With Jogo and Toji both making insane appearances in the JJK anime last week, a new debate has been sparked within the JJK community, and that is who would win between these two fighters. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I know you all saw the title and the thumbnail. I don't think it's close at all, and I'm not even really sure why it's a debate topic right now. And in this video, I'll be attempting to go over both of their power scalings and to see who would truly come out on top. I'll be doing two scenarios for this video. One is if Edo Toji had fought Jogo as soon as he came out of the domain, and number two is Toji with his standard kit and Jogo with his standard kit. But before we begin the video, I'd like to say that if you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel, since it'll tell me to make more jujutsu kaisen content just like this in the future. To begin, I'd like to say that the only reason Jogo is really gaining hype is because of his performance in the recent anime. In the episode, after Naobito, Toji, Nanami, and Maki finished fighting the cursed spirit Dagon, they were faced with an even stronger threat than that of Dagon. That being of course Jogo. But because they were all very weakened, there was really no fight to be had, and he basically one-shot all of them. But I would like to say 2 out of the 3 people that he did try to one-shot did end up surviving, that being Nanami and Maki. Nanami may have survived due to Jogo simply underestimating him, but Maki definitely survived due to her innate physical abilities, since she has the same ability as Toji, even though hers isn't fully realized. But the only person to die to an attack from Jogo in this moment would be Naobito. And it's actually something in the manga that was completely omitted from the anime adaptation, which I'd like to go over. Now, we all know that Naobito is considered the second fastest sorcerer, excluding Gojo Satoru, but what the anime forgot to include was the statement saying that he was only the second fastest when he had his right arm, meaning the Naobito that Jogo had killed wasn't even the second fastest sorcerer. The reason for this would probably be that Naobito wasn't accustomed to having just one arm, so he wasn't able to strategize like he would be normally, and just in general, running after losing an arm while being accustomed to, running with 2 arms is just very hard to do. You're not adept to the balance or things of that nature that comes with just having one arm. So the reason that many anime fans are probably hyping him up is because he was able to kill the second fastest sorcerer, but this simply is not true if we're staying true to the manga adaptation. So now that we've gone over that, we can go over what Jogo's actual feats are in the series, and we can begin by going over how he compares to Naobito himself. It's clearly outlined to us by Dagon that Naobito is around as fast as Jogo, if not faster, since when Dagon is getting completely blitzed by Naobito, he says he's probably faster than Jogo, meaning that not only can Jogo probably not perception blitz Dagon, he's probably not faster than Naobito with 2 arms. When given a rough estimate of how many Sukuna fingers he is in terms of strength by Kenjaku responds saying that he's around 8 or 9 fingers of strength. This stays fairly consistent with Mahito after meeting 3-finger Sukuna, saying that he probably has less curse energy than even Jogo. My main problem with this is that it's very likely that Kenjaku was just being very manipulative at this moment and didn't actually think Jogo was that strong. The reason I say this is because in Shibuya, he says that he wanted Jogo to reach an evolution just like Mahito did. And from what we know from Sukuna and Ryu, in order to do this, you're supposed to be like a calamity that destroys everything. So by sending him to go fight the strongest sorcerer of the modern era, that being Gojo Satoru, it could double as possibly giving Jogo an evolution in order to strengthen his curse technique so Kenjaku can steal it. And knowing Gojo, Kenjaku probably knew that he wouldn't kill Jogo immediately even if he beat him, since he does want to extract information on an unregistered special grade. But that is just my headcanon, and if you don't believe it, it's fine. I don't really have a problem with you saying Jogo is maybe 8 or 9 fingers of Sukuna in terms of strength. But I would like to say that Jogo's speed in this series is pretty wildly overrated. One of the main reasons would probably be because of what I mentioned before with Naobito and everything, but in terms of combat speed, Jogo and Hanami aren't really that far off. Of course, we do know that Hanami is slower, but it's not to some insane degree. He's able to keep up with Jogo while they're fighting Gojo in the Shibuya incident. There's even a whole double spread showing them both activating domain amplification at the same time. But overall in speed, Jogo isn't really that insane, but he is still obviously a special grade spirit. Now to go into Jogo's durability, this is probably his most lacking statistic. We know that Jogo is far less durable than cursed spirits like Hanami, since Hanami is able to take multiple black flashes from Yuji, but it's stated that Jogo would die from such a flurry of attacks. Keep in mind this was Shibuya incident Yuji, so he wasn't very akin to sorcery at this time, even though he does have an amazingly explosive growth rate. The only thing we can really go off of while talking about Jogo's durability is his fight with 15-finger Sukuna, but from what we all know, Sukuna wasn't going a lot in this fight in the slightest, so Jogo's durability really isn't all that high. But I will say that Jogo's AP is pretty interesting to say the least. Starting off with his second strongest attack, the Maximum Meteor, which is an attack that drops a huge meteorite, which is stated to be able to turn a whole town in all directions into ashes, meaning that it has town level destructive capabilities. And Sukuna also implies that if it hit him, it would damage him even in his 15-finger state, when Jogo says surely that even did some damage to Sukuna, and Sukuna responds if it hit, showing that if this attack hits Toji, it's definitely no joke and it would probably kill him. But finally we have to go over the peak of Jogo's technique, which is his domain expansion. Jogo's domain expansion is named Kashapp, prophet of the Iron Mountain, and it's basically just a volcano. It's stated that even excluding a sure hit effect, the simple heat in the space of this domain expansion would burn any normal sorcerer alive, simply upon entering the domain. The reason I brought up this domain expansion so quick is because I wanted to say right now that this domain simply will not matter in a fight against Toji. Right off the bat, we know that no sure hits can detect Toji, so any sure hit that Jogo has simply won't be of effect. So with that out of the way, most people are banking on the fact that it's stated that any ordinary sorcerer would simply be burned up upon entering this domain. And the reason I don't think this would work on Toji is because it didn't work on Itadori. And the immediate response to this would be, well, Itadori was being protected by Gojo's curse technique or curse energy. But to respond to both of these, first of all, we know that the infinity wasn't on in this domain since domains nullify all curse techniques. And to the second point, Yuji was still affected by the heat to some degree, and I would find it very weird if Gojo didn't protect him fully and only protected him a little bit from this domain. It just seems kind of silly to me. The only reason we have to believe that Gojo was protecting him is because he told Yuji to stay close before the domain was casted, but Gojo protecting him just doesn't make the most sense to me here. And to be honest, Yuji being barely affected by this domain isn't really an anti-feat to the domain, since we know that Yuji has amazing innate physical abilities, being someone that Gojo praises and saying that doesn't appear in over 100 years. But Toji simply has a better body, most likely. So the heat from this domain wouldn't do a lot, if anything, to Toji. But now that we've gotten all those abilities out of the way, let's talk about how strong Toji actually is. Starting off with the reanimated Toji, he was able to easily destroy Dagon even within his own domain, which gives him an insane boost to his abilities and stats. He was also able to completely blitz Megami, who says that he might be even faster than 3-Finger Sukuna. Now the reason that this is very important is because people like to use this and downplay Toji with it. I went over this a little bit in my previous Toji video. If you want to hear more about it, go and listen to that. But to sum it up very quickly, this is by no means Megami saying that they are relative in speed. Since both of these characters are simply faster than Megami's perception, I believe Megami is simply saying that they are both blitzing him and he can't really tell who is faster. So rather than this being a raw comparison of both of these characters' speeds, it's just him saying, hey, both of these characters are way faster than my perception. So with that, I don't believe that Toji is only 3-Finger Sukuna level or around that level at all, to be honest. I will say that it is pretty hard to scale Edo Toji since he really doesn't have that many feats, along with the fact that I do believe that he isn't full power. Now there's a mixture of reasons I believe this, one being his mindset. Mindsets in heavenly restriction characters like Maki and Toji matter a lot. If you're not fighting for the right reason, then you're simply not going to be as strong as you need to be. We see this when Toji was fighting Gojo, and after deviating from his true self and fighting for ego rather than simply fighting for money, he says that this is the moment where he actually lost the fight, since he deviated from his true nature. And we also see that Maki, after realizing that it isn't enough to simply strive to be like everyone else, gains an immense power boost and goes from getting completely blitzed by Cursed Naoya to actually being able to blitz him while mid-air. And this is what also would allow her to gain her sixth sense and allow her to sense things like air pressure and density. But Toji, after being reanimated, is simply fighting on pure instinct and fighting whoever is the strongest around. So I don't believe that he would truly be at the peak of his strength, which is why I separated this into two separate fights. I'll end this one off by really giving it up to your interpretation. I'll say that attacks that can very severely damage Toji, like Maximum Meteor, probably won't be able to hit him due to their sheer lack of speed. We see that the Maximum Meteor was able to be dodged pretty much point blank by Panda and Kusakabe. A Panda who, keep in mind, arguably isn't even grade 1, and a Kusakabe who was compared to a beginning of Shibuya Yuji, and was also dodged by two of Geto's henchmen. So it's safe to say that this attack, while it does have amazing potential in terms of destructive capacity, it probably won't hit Toji. So what else does Jogo have left? I mean, domain expansion probably won't work, and if we're going by durability, Toji probably has higher durability than him, and Toji probably wouldn't really have a problem damaging him either, if I'm assuming that Toji has Playful Cloud, which I am, since it's what he had after killing Dagon. And since Playful Cloud scales with the user in terms of strength, Toji would probably be able to demolish Jogo with this strength, since as I mentioned, Jogo's durability really isn't all that high. And I'd also like to mention that people forget or overlook the fact that Toji can damage the soul, even probably without the Soul Split Katana. The reason being that after you learn the contours of the soul like Toji, Maki, and Yuji do, you're simply able to damage it. It's kind of like a one and done deal. So since Toji can perceive the contours of the soul, he'll probably be able to damage Jogo on a soul level, which we know that you cannot heal from. The Viz translations kind of mess up this translation right here, which causes a lot of confusion as to whether or not you can heal from it, but it is confirmed later that you cannot heal from these things. So now we can move on to the second scenario, which is Toji with his standard equipment versus a full power Jogo. And I will say that not many things change between these two fights, except for pretty much better scaling for Toji, since as I mentioned before, I don't believe he was full power as an Edo. Now to begin, we can say that we have a direct link between Toji, Naobito, and Jogo. The reason being is that we know Toji could have completely soloed the Zenin clan at any time that he wanted to, meaning that in a fight he would be able to beat Naobito. And this is even further backed up when we look at the person with the highest speed feat in the verse, that being Cursed Naoya, is getting completely blitzed by someone who is completely equal to Toji, that being Maki. So in terms of speed, it's pretty much no contest. Toji is definitely faster than than Jogo. And now that he has even better equipment such as the inverted spear of heaven and the soul split katana, it wouldn't be a fight at all. Toji completely demolishes Jogo in every aspect. The only thing that was even keeping Jogo remotely in the discussion would be his domain expansion, but now that I've fully explained why that wouldn't be an effect to Toji, there really isn't anything that we can say for Jogo. And if we're even looking at it from a general standpoint, Toji just has more impressive feats. He's able to beat people like Teen Gojo even while he was rusty, and goes on to take attacks like Red from Gojo after being awakened. And it's also mentioned in the fan book that Toji could become the head of the Zenith family if it weren't for the fact that he can only fight humans without cursed tools. So it's pretty undeniable that Toji is definitely faster and stronger than Naobito, someone who is at the very least comparable to Jogo. But that's all I have for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel, since it'll tell me to make more Jujutsu Kaisen content just like this in the future. But yeah, goodbye.